Assalamu alaikum students. I'm your teacher ADNAN Shahid, teaching you mathematics for class 10th. The topic is solution of quadratic equation.
Stay safe, stay healthy, stay at home. COVID-19. As a COVID-19 pandemic safety precaution, we urge you to remain safe at home. Considering this, we conduct effective online classes. This initiative is taken as your safety is of the utmost importance to us. Administration. Federal Secondary School. Centrum Campus.
Now, first of all, what is quadratic equation? So, second degree equation is called quadratic equation. What does degree of equation mean? So degree of equation indicates highest power of variable in the equation. Highest power of variable in the equation. So second degree equation is called quadratic equation when the highest power of variable in equation is 1, its degree is 1. When the highest power of variable is 2, its degree is 2. When the highest power of variable in the equation is 3, its degree is 3. And when the highest power of variable in the equation is 4, its degree is 4. So it must be noted that second degree equation is called quadratic equation and degree of equation shows the highest power of variable in the equation. Now, moving towards the naming of equations according to their degrees. So, when the degree of equation is 1, or we can say that the first degree equation, and first degree equation means the highest power of variable in the equation is 1. This type of equation is called linear equation. Moving towards second degree equation. Second degree equation means the highest power of variable in the equation is 2, or we can say that it is second degree equation depending on the highest power of variable. And second degree equation is called as quadratic equation. Now, third degree equation means the highest power of variable in the equation is cube 3. That's why it is called as cubic equation. And the fourth degree equation again means the highest power of variable in the equation is 4. And this type of equation is called as quartic equation. Here we have some examples related to the types of equation depending on their degrees. X plus 1 is equal to 0. In this equation, the highest power of variable is 1. It is called as linear equation. In the second equation, 3y minus 7 is equal to 0. Here y, the power on variable y is only 1. That's why it is called that's why it is also called as linear equation. And finally, 11a plus 2 is equal to 0. A variable is a, and on the top of the variable there is no power. It means here the power of the variable, rather to say the power on the variable is only 1. That's why this equation 11a plus 2 is also called as linear equation. Moving towards the second box, equation is x square minus 5 is equal to 0. X square, here you can see that the power on the variable is 2, and this power 2 is called as second degree. And second degree equation, as we said earlier, that it is called as quadratic equation. So this is the quadratic equation. Moving towards 3x square minus 7x is equal to 0. It is also called as quadratic equation because we have two terms over here, and the power in the first term on the variable is 2, and the power in the second term is 7x, and the power on the x is 1. So here the highest power is 2, so we can say that 3x square minus 7x is equal to 0 is quadratic equation. Now the third one is 7x square plus 2x minus 11 is equal to 0. Here x square, the highest power is 2 square. In second term we have 2x, and on x there is no power written here. It means the variable on x is only 1. Minus 11, here variable is not present. It means when the variable is not present, the power on the variable is 0. So here the highest power is 2. We can say that these all three equations are called as quadratic equation. Now what about the cubic equations? Cubic equation, the highest power of the variable is 3 cube. So these equations are cubic equations. So cubic equation, x cube minus 64 is equal to 0. This is the cubic equation because highest power in the variable is cube 3. 2x cube plus 9x square minus 3x plus 1. We have four terms over here, four different terms over here, rather we can say that. And in this equation 2x cube, the power on the variable is 3. Highest power on the variable is 3. So it is called as cubic equation. Now 7a cube minus 6a square plus 10 is equal to 0. Here the highest power on the variable is cube 3. That's why these equations are called as cubic equations. Now moving towards the last one, quartic equations. Quartic means the highest power on the variable is 4, or rather to say the degree of the equation is 4. So here we can see that y raised to the power 4 minus 729 is equal to 0. Here y raised to the power 4, the highest power is 4. It is called as quartic equation. In second equation, 3x raised to the power 4 plus 7 x cube minus 6x square plus 1. In this equation we can see that the highest power on the variable is 4. So it is called as quartic equation. Moving towards the final one, 11x raised to the power 4 minus 9x square plus 3x minus 7 is equal to 0. Here in the first term we can see that 11x raised to the power 4. So x raised to the power 4 means the highest power in this equation is 4. So this is called as quartic equation. Now, moving towards standard form of quadratic equation. What is the standard form of quadratic equation? Here, the standard form of quadratic equation is that ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, in which a is not equal to 0. This is the condition. A is not equal to 0. What it shows, a is not equal to 0. When a is equal to 0 in this equation, look at here in the first term, ax square. When a is 0 in this equation, and 0 multiplied by x square, there will be no existence of x square. 0 multiplied by x square, it will be 0. So only remaining terms are bx plus c, and bx plus c, in these two terms, bx plus c, the power on the variable x is 1, and it is called as linear equation. So that's why it must be noted that in every condition a must not equal to 0. A means the coefficient of variable square must not be equal to 0. So this type of equation is called as quadratic equation. This is the standard form. So we have three methods of solving quadratic equation. The first one is by factorization, second one is by completing square method, and the third one is the by using quadratic formula. So moving towards the third type of solving the quadratic equation, rather to say third method for solving the quadratic equation, which is by using quadratic formula. Now quadratic formula, because we are understanding the method for solving equations by using quadratic formula. So here we go, quadratic formula. What is quadratic formula? X is equal to minus b plus minus square root b square minus 4ac, here whole square root b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a. This is the quadratic formula using for solving quadratic equation. So moving towards exercise 6.8, solve by using quadratic formula. We are going to solve quadratic equation with the help of quadratic formula. When the given question is not in the standard form of quadratic equation, first you have to convert the given question in standard form of quadratic equation. And what is the standard form of quadratic equation? As I said earlier, it is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. This is the standard form of quadratic equation, and you can see on the screen it also written in the green box as standard form of quadratic equation. So first we will convert the given equation into standard form. 5x square plus, in the question we have minus x. So when we have write minus x, it means that the coefficient is minus 1. So 5x square plus minus 1x plus minus 4 is equal to 0. All the mathematical operator means positive and negative signs must be according to the standard equation. This must be noted that. So when we compare 5x square plus minus 1x plus minus 4 is equal to 0 to the standard form of quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, we get over here as a instead of a is equal to 5, instead of b is equal to minus 1, and instead of c is equal to minus 4. So here a, b and c are recognized when you compare 5x square plus minus 1 plus minus 4 is equal to 0 with the standard form of quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So now using quadratic formula for solving quadratic equation. What is the quadratic formula? Quadratic formula is that x is equal to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. Sorry, x is equal to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a. So in place of b, we put the value of b is minus 1. So we can write over here as minus 1. And in the formula minus is already present. So we use two negative signs, one for the formula and one for the replacement of b. plus minus under root minus 1 whole square minus 4 into 5 into 4. 5 and 4 are the replacements for A and C. Whole divided by 2A. 2 is the coefficient of A and 5 is in place of A. When we mathematically multiply all the things, we get x is equal to plus minus under root 1 plus 80 whole divided by 10. So x is equal to 1 plus minus square root 81 whole divided by 10. By using the calculator, we can find the square root of 81 as 9. So on the basis of plus minus, we have divided into two stages, first for plus sign and the second for minus sign. So here on the first on the left hand side, the answer is x is equal to 1, and on the right hand side, by solving, minus 4 divided by 5, minus 4 over 5. Finally we can write the answer. When you solve the equation, it must be noted that the answer must be written in the solution set, and when we using single variable, the solution set must be in curly bracket. We cannot use a small bracket along with curly bracket while solving single variable equation. Hope you enjoy the method for solving, or rather to say understanding the method for solving the quadratic equation by using quadratic formula. Thanks everyone.